All right, so on to today's topic.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Tandro
Slayer, Demon Slayer.
I might call this episode Demon Hater. I think I already did for the last one.
Oh.
God. Okay, so this is the Hashira arc.
Yeah. Hashira Training Arc.
Hashira Training Arc. My first take was, and this is 3 episodes into this arc, is this a filler arc? It felt like filler.
It
it's
felt
not.
like it.
It's not. It's not filler. It felt like I'm watching filler.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This is the problem that I kind of had with it, because you learned that Nezuko can be out in the sun, and then Muzan knows about it. Like, you could have done something to kind of expand on that a little bit more before the final battle, and because that's what I was kind of looking forward to. But it was like, no, let's do training. And I'm like, I understand why they want them to train and stuff for the battle, but I just thought that it was going to expand more, or talk about more with the whole Nezuko stuff, because like it's a pretty important thing. Yeah, but she's just taking a nap.
I honestly, yeah, like she's in hiding the whole time. But so the whole thing starts off with the end of the last season. She basically sacrifices herself so that way Tanjiro can kill one of the upper rank. What do you call it again?
The Kizuki?
Yeah, Kizuki. I don't even care. Yeah. That's how. And so it turns out that she doesn't die, and she's a demon who's actually sun resistant. I maintain that she should have died. I would
if I knew they were going to do a training arc and then just go right to the final battle, I'm like, you might as well should have just killed her.
You should have just killed her.
Yeah, if that was the case.
Right, because the show's over. See, my biggest thing with the show is that Tanjiro is already hanging with the Hashira, and he basically became a demon slayer yesterday.
Yeah.
There has not been enough content to convince me that he's that good. I'm stealing from Captain Mac. We're just watching the video, and I'll link it into the description of our show. But he's just the chosen one now.
Yeah,
and there hasn't been enough evidence for me that Tanjiro should even be a part of the Hashira training. I actually like the idea because I was like, oh well, maybe they'll make the time frame a year or 2 years, and then it would actually be believable that he can actually fight the upper rank demons. But at this point, we're going right to the Infinity Castle, arc, which is going to be the end of the series. He's like 14, 15. Why? They should have just killed Nezuko, and that would have been a reason to be training and getting stronger, And that,
because it was like, I'm thinking, oh, we learned this about her being out in the sun. I'm thinking, okay, we're going to expand on that. You didn't do anything with that. It's like it's supposed to be a bridge to the final season, but I think it's a rickety bridge.
It's a really rickety bridge
because the whole time it's like, look how strong Tanjiro is now. He's got look at him. He's better than everybody else.
Yeah, one of my notes,
same hair color demon core people.
Yeah, one of my notes for it is Tanjiro's mad swole.
I know. I did notice that. I'm like, damn. I'm like,
he's just walking around.
Everybody's just jacked, and he's just like, oh, he's better than everybody. Oh, he can see the Hashira's movements now. Look how better he is. I'm like, this is so like
the writing is kind of poor. It's funny at times, and I get a chuckle here and there. The animation is fantastic for Demon Slayer. I think they do an amazing job with the animation. For instance, that last episode was actually fantastic.
The episode was really good. I really.
It was a fantastic episode.
It was a great episode.
Barring the 20-minute walking sequence, that was too long. The exposition nightmare.
And Muzan.
Oh my god! I was like, good. They just beat the horse.
He just shows up. I'm like, is this real? he just walks in.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but episode 7, the episode before that, I had a note: post cred, long and dumb. The episode ended early, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all should just give me a short episode. because the 15-minute. Was it 15 minutes? It was like 10-minute walk sequence was the same as the episode before that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it kind of
after that.
Yeah, and it was just like, okay, we just kind of did.
Yeah, I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all just buffering out for time.
Because at first I was okay with the first couple episodes of the season. All right, okay, we'll just let things settle down for a second, and it's like, and it just kept going. It just kept. I was fine with it for a second, but it was like, okay, are we gonna start like figuring stuff out?
Nope.
No, we're just training for the final.
Nope. We're gonna go to each one.
I'm like, oh, what? Like now I feel like we're wasting time. And I know like people say, oh well, they're showing urgency because they're training everything. You know, they're getting ready for the fight. And I'm like, okay, but you learn this important thing. Like, why don't you build on it and then get to the and then get to the battle, as opposed to like everybody's goofy and funny and stuff like that. Like it got annoying. It was like, all right, bro, like let's just do something.
I'm gonna sound like a real just Naruto simp, but like, remember like in the early OG Naruto episodes, and they're just training with Kakashi. Like that was more engaging and made more sense. Like, remember the 1,000 Years of Death? But like they're training him how to be sneaky. Like, it was like, oh, they're actually training, and it's, you don't have to, because okay, every other Demon Slayer is a putty. The Power Rangers putty.
They got the same.
They get the same haircut, the same face.
I'm like, this is
so annoying. It's, why are they even there? I mean, I understand they're trying to beef up their ranks so that way.
It's like they need an in between from the Hashira and the other Demon Corps, because the lower people, because like they kind of suck. I mean, I guess they might have a couple, but it's just like they need a little bit more, so they can be a little more formidable and more tough, as opposed to, we don't know what we're doing. Because who they're training, they're fighting the guy who retired, whatever his name is.
Oh, Tengen.
Oh my god! I'm like, can somebody like be brave for a second?
Okay, here we go. This is why I think the writing is so poor, right? So one, you have a situation where you only got the one guy, sometimes the three, whenever Inosuke and Zenitsu come back.
Yeah.
That can do anything. Everyone else sucks, right? Why? Like, you couldn't make a one or two more people be half decent, right?
Yeah.
It just has to be these three.
Right.
And then who are conveniently also not in uniform. Right? And then two.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I like Zenitsu's move, and when he's asleep.
Yeah.
Other than that, awful character. I've been converted. Awful.
Yeah, so I was like, he's annoying.
Why is he even here? What does he even do? You have to train. Yeah. If you only are able to fight when you're sleeping, right? How are you able to train?
See, that's why when he was now awake, when he fell down the thing that was the Infinity Castle, like now he's awake, is gonna fight or something like that. And if for some reason he got serious before the end. That
was a cool scene, though.
What, the last scene where everybody falling into?
Yeah, I like that.
See,
I thought it was fun.
I thought it was fun. I liked it, but y'all on the internet, yo, this is cinema, bro. I'm like, shut up. I hope he dies. I hope Zenitsu dies. I hope he's dead.
No,
it's. I'm like, okay, guys, it was cool, but the rest of the season wasn't good. And then it's like people are hyping it up, like, yo, bro, this is cinema. Like, Zenitsu's locked in. I'm like,
he's locked in.
He's locked in. I'm like, y'all don't.
So, okay, this is where I go. This is why I think Attack on Titan is the best paced anime out. Now, mind you, for a show I kicked for the ending, but it is the best paced show. Shows like My Hero, where it's long, but nothing for me was happening after a certain point.
Yeah.
This is a show where I'm thinking you probably need an extra season or two to really.
They're not, because I feel like they're not establishing anything.
Nothing.
They just want you to believe it. I'm like, what?
No, Brett. The last episode.
Here's Zenitsu. Powers, colors. You like it? Cool.
So look, the last episode, was fantastic, but it's like
they did just enough for me to like for me to believe something.
But that's except for the last season, because I wanted him to kill him.
Because it's like, I kind of believe it. I can buy into this.
If you turn off your brain, Demon Slayer is fantastic. If you turn off your brain, because remember at the end of what was that the Entertainment District.
Yeah.
Loved it, right?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
It makes zero sense for them to kill an upper rank when, for the last 100 years, not a single Hashira was able to kill a single upper rank, but somehow now Tanjiro unlocks his little Sundance and just slices the head. You know what I mean? Slices the head off of the upper rank. Not a single Hashira could do it over the last 100 years, but for some reason he can do it. However, I loved every second of it. That finale.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
And every finale is fun. And in the same instance here, the Hashira Training Arc, very mid-season, very great finale. That is the entire arc of Demon Slayer. It's very mid-seasons, very great finales.
Yeah.
You know, and so
I feel like the one thing that's why like when they do a good job establishing Nezuko and Tanjiro. So like when the thing we thought she should have died. It was actually impactful. I was like, oh my god, she can actually. So it kind of works. But everything else, it just feels like they're just trying to like, oh, let's just get through. Like, let's just powers, superpowers. Yep. Let's not establish. Like, let's get to. I'm like, you got to take your time. Where it feels like they may need a few more episodes to flesh things out a little bit more.
Because right, imagine if Nezuko died, right? And he had
now I wish he would have died.
Yeah, and then imagine the training arc of someone whose sister just died.
Yes.
It'd have been so intense. It'd have been so intense. Yeah. The whole entire arc of the Hashira Training Arc was played for laughs. It was fun at times, but for the most part, it was a bunch of filler. It was all filler. Even in the movie, what I understand in the theatrical release, it included like the last episode of the Swordsmith arc.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if she had died? It would have changed the entire tone. Imagine the same finale of the Hashira arc, but this time he's like, I'm gonna fuck him up, right?
Yeah, that's how I felt with like Hinata should. I felt like she should have died in Naruto. Cause like, what was the point of all of that when she's not dead now?
Right. Exactly.
So it's like, you're right. It's like, okay, my sister died. Now I'm about to take all these dudes out. I gotta get stronger because I let my sister die.
Right.
But it's like she lives. Hey, let's have fun.
She's narratively dead in this entire.
Yeah, she does nothing.
They just nod to her.
She just says Inosuke, and then like she.
Like, you could have given Muzan a whole different motive. I mean, the same motive, but just say the lady Tama, whatever her name is. Just say she figured out how to live in the sun, right, or something.
Yeah.
And
actually, I got a question about tomato. Sorry. Tamayo, sorry. Because she had the drug that kind of turned Muzan into a human, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I'm missing something. I was like, couldn't she just given that to Nezuko at some point?
Well, too late now. I'm already human. Can't do anything else.
Because like people kept saying like, well, she's been trying to figure it out for centuries. I'm like, conveniently now, I know they asked her to come help out or whatever. But it's like, why are they writing it so like now's the time she finally figured out at the last moment? Like, they didn't have any trials or something. I'm like, how do they just figure like she had nothing to give Nezuko before then? Like, hey, try this thing out. Try it out real quick. This is the first go. Let me. Well, I didn't try it.
Let's see what happens.
I don't know if I'm missing something. So I could be missing something with that. I'm like, damn, you couldn't get like, you didn't have any. You could have given that to Nezuko or I don't know.
Or herself. You know,
or herself too. So it's just like,
just try it out.
Okay.
It could have failed. Right?
Yeah.